Welcome to the YouTube channel H2O Chemistry, my dear students. I am Satya Narayan, your chemistry teacher. In the last video, we have learned the definition of vapor density and relative molecular mass. So in this video, we are going to talk about the relationship between vapor density and relative molecular mass using Avogadro's law as an application. Now, let us start the determination of relationship between molecular mass and vapor density. What do you mean by relative molecular mass? It's quite simple. Relative means wherever you come across this word relative, which means comparing. So we are comparing with hydrogen scale. We are comparing with what scale? Hydrogen scale. So the relative molecular mass of a gas or vapor is equal to mass of one molecule of a gas or vapor to the mass of one atom of hydrogen. Mass of one atom of hydrogen. So this is what you have to understand. Now, how will you define this? So it's a pure ratio, you can see. So it is a you can define as the ratio of mass of one molecule of a gas or vapor to the mass of one atom of hydrogen. Now, what is the one more term? One more term is vapor density. Vapor density is nothing but it's a relative vapor density again. So we are comparing with hydrogen. So the vapor density is equal to density of gas or vapor to the density of hydrogen at STP. Hydrogen at STP. So the density of gas or vapor to the density of hydrogen. Now at STP. Now we know that density is equal to mass by volume. So instead of this mass, we are going to substitute the mass and volume concept. So vapor density is equal to mass of certain volume of gas or vapor at STP to the mass of same volume of hydrogen at STP. So how will you define this? Again, it's a ratio. So the vapor density is defined as the ratio of mass of certain volume of gas or vapor to the mass of same volume of hydrogen at STP. Now, so instead of this certain volume, we can write one volume because same volume we have to measure. If I've taken one volume of gas or vapor, I have to take one volume of hydrogen. So you substitute this certain and same instead of one. So what we get, vapor density is equal to mass of one volume of gas or vapor to the mass of one volume of hydrogen at STP. Now apply this Avogadro concept. So what it says, the hypothesis says that equal volume of all gases contains equal number of molecules under similar condition of temperature and pressure. That's what we are going to apply. So V is directly proportional to N. So if one volume contains N molecules, we can replace the one volume into N molecules. So in this equation, please replace one volume by N molecules. So what we get, vapor density is equal to mass of N molecules of gas or vapor at STP to the mass of N molecules of hydrogen. So in this N is common, so you cancel out this N divided by N. If you cancel out, so what do you got? Vd, vapor density is equal to mass of one molecule of gas or vapor at STP to the mass of one molecule of hydrogen. We know that mass of one molecule of hydrogen is nothing but made up of one molecule of hydrogen is made up of two hydrogen atoms. So the mass of one molecule of hydrogen come from mass of two atoms of hydrogen. So we can replace. So that's the reason we call the chemical form of hydrogen is H2. The two hydrogen atoms are bonded. We call it as diatomic molecule. Since hydrogen is diatomic molecule, we can replace the bottom sentence into like this. So the mass of two atoms of hydrogen, because mass of two atoms of hydrogen is exactly equal to mass of one molecule of hydrogen. So the mass of one molecule of hydrogen, one molecule of gas or vapor at STP to the mass of two atoms of hydrogen. So this we have changed using because since hydrogen is diatomic. Now the mass of two atoms of hydrogen is equal to 2U. We can write it as 2 into mass of one atom of hydrogen. That is also what? 2U, because one atom of hydrogen is 1U. 2 into 1U is equal to 2U. So we can write mass of two atoms of hydrogen, we can replace into 2 into mass of one atom of hydrogen, right? So both equals 2mu. Because of this, we are changing the bottom sentence again to this. So vapor density is equal to mass of one molecule of gas or vapor at STP to the 2 into mass of one atom of hydrogen. 2 into mass of one atom of hydrogen. Now if you cross multiply this 2 here, 2 into vapor density is equal to mass of one molecule of gas or vapor at STP to the mass of one atom of hydrogen, right? Now look at this definition. 2 into Vd is equal to mass of one molecule of gas or vapor at STP to the mass of one atom of hydrogen. This is as similar, right, as similar as relative molecular mass. Am I right? Relative molecular mass. So you can interchange this by relative molecular mass, simply called RMM, of a gas or a vapor. So 2 into Vd is equal to relative molecular mass of a gas or vapor. So 2 into vapor density is equal to relative molecular mass of vapor, mass of a gas or a vapor. Simply we can write 2 into Vd is equal to RMM. Now if you interchange the 2 here, RMM by 2 is equal to Vd. So how will you use it in real calculations? So if you are provided with the vapor density of any substance, we can easily calculate the relative molecular mass. If the vapor density of any substance, let us take 16, what is our relative molecular mass? 16 into 2, that is nothing but 32. Similarly, let us have an example. If the vapor density of a methane is 8, find out the molecular mass. So we know the formula. 2 into vapor density is equal to relative molecular mass. So the RMM of methane is equal to 2 into vapor density. So RMM of methane is nothing but 2 into 8, nothing but 16U. So this is how we can easily calculate. If you are provided with vapor density, we can calculate relative molecular mass. If you are provided with relative molecular mass, we can easily calculate vapor density too. Right? So hope it helps, my dear children. It's a very, very important 5 mark. Learn it. It's a very, very simple concept. Thank you so much. Subscribe for more videos. Chemistry concepts made easy here. Thank you.